Because matter, that is anything which occupies space and has mass. Okay, that was the definition. Then matter is made up of molecules or atoms. Okay, then we discuss kinetic theory of matter, that is molecular theory of matter. Okay, we discussed those various points, and then we have discussed molecular arrangement of three states of matter, different states of matter, how molecules have been arranged. We have discussed that. Okay, after that, we have discussed energy of molecules in three states of matter. That is, the gases they have the most energy, then liquid, then the solid. Solid have the least molecular energy, that is, they have only the vibrational motion. Those all things we have discussed. Okay. Then we discussed change of state. We are discussing change of state. That is, change of state. One phase changes to the other. That is solid to liquid, liquid to gas, or gas to liquid, liquid to solid. Those all points, those all we have discussed. Okay. So change of state, we start once again every. For example, we start with melting and fusion first. Okay. Melting, it is also called as fusion. So what kind of phase change it will be taking? Solid to liquid, that is melting, that is fusion. And how it takes? On what we have to give? We have to provide heat. We have to provide heat. That is, on heating, solid changes to liquid. Okay, on heating, solid changes to liquid. So we have taken some solid, we have provided heat to it. We provided heat to it. So what will happen? As we provide heat to the solid, its temperature will be increasing. For example, ice we have taken. For example, ice we have taken. Now we are providing heat. So ice, for example, its temperature was initially 5 degrees Celsius. Now temperature will be increasing 5 degrees Celsius, 4 degrees Celsius. Okay, minus 5 degrees Celsius we are taking. I said 5 minus 5 degrees Celsius. So temperature will be increasing minus 4 degrees Celsius, minus 3 degrees Celsius, minus 2 degrees Celsius, minus 1 degree Celsius. Temperature is increasing, it then 0 degrees Celsius. Okay, I suggested 0 degrees Celsius. Now we see that temperature is stuck at 0 degrees Celsius for some time. Okay, for what time we'll be discussing that one. So now the thermometer temperature is stuck at 0 degrees Celsius. At a 0 degrees Celsius, now what is happening? Ice starts to melt. Ice starts to melt. That is, liquid starts to form. Water starts to form. Ice starts to melt. It is taking place at 0 degrees Celsius at standard pressure. Okay. Now ice starts to melt and temperature remains at 0 degrees Celsius. Till whole ice melts, temperature remains at 0 degrees Celsius. Okay. But we are continuously supplying heat. We are continuously supplying heat, but temperature is not changing. It is stuck at 0 degrees Celsius. So see here where that heat is going. That heat is called as latent hidden heat. Latent heat of melting or fusion. Latent heat of melting or fusion. That heat is called as latent heat of melting or fusion. So for ice, it is how much? 80 calorie per gram. Okay. It means when ice is at 0 degrees Celsius, we have to supply how much heat? 80 calorie per gram. Per gram of ice, we have to supply 80 calorie of heat to convert 1 gram of ice into water at 0 degrees Celsius. Okay. I repeat it again. For example, we are having ice at 0 degrees Celsius. 1 gram of ice we are having. Okay. Now, for to 1 gram of ice, how much heat we have to supply? 80 calorie. 80 calorie of heat we have to supply, and this 1 gram of ice will melt into water. But temperature remains at 0 degrees Celsius. So at 0 degrees Celsius, we have ice as well as water. Till this whole ice is not melted, the temperature remains 0 degrees Celsius. Till this whole ice does melt, the whole heat, all heat that we have supplied, that will go into latent heat of melting or fusion. Okay, that will be hidden heat. Okay, this heat This heat is not going to raise the temperature, is not going to raise the kinetic energy of the molecules. But what it is, where it is going? It is going in breaking the bonds. It is going in breaking the bonds. So this latent heat, it is breaking the bonds of ice and they will become mobile. They will become liquid. Understood this one? Anyone have doubt? Understood latent heat of melting or fusion?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So every substance, they have different amount of latent heat. Every substance, they have different amount of latent heat. As well, the temperature at which solid converts into liquid, that is called as melting or fusion point. For different substances, it is different. For ice, it is 0 degrees Celsius. For pure ice, it is 0 degrees Celsius. Okay. This is our melting or fusion. Melting or fusion is clear. Now we discuss freezing or solidification. So reverse of melting is freezing. This time phase is changing from liquid to solid. And by what? By cooling. By cooling, we can change liquid to solid. That is, from liquid we are taking the heat. So for example, this is our liquid. Okay, and we are cooling this liquid this time. We are taking heat from the liquid. Okay, for example, you have put this liquid water into refrigerator. So initially its temperature is around 30 degrees Celsius, for example. Okay, we are taking heat from it. So temperature will be decreasing. So you see temperature continuously decrease 5 degrees Celsius, 4 degrees Celsius. It is decreasing. It reaches up to 0 degrees Celsius. Okay, now you see the thermometer is stuck at 0 degrees Celsius. Is stuck at 0 degrees Celsius. That means now whatever heat it is releasing, whatever heat this water is releasing, that is not decreasing the kinetic energy, but that is used, they are making the bonds. The water molecules, they are making the bonds. So again, 80 calorie per gram heat is released. 80 calorie per gram heat is released to convert water into ice. So at 0 degrees Celsius, this water starts to convert into ice. It starts to convert into ice. Till whole water does not convert into ice, temperature is stuck at 0 degrees Celsius. Okay. So the whole amount that is released at present, that is latent heat of freezing or solidification. The amount of heat released at 0 degrees Celsius from ice, from water to convert it into solid. That heat is called as latent heat. Okay, that latent heat of vaporization of freezing. Okay, so temperature at which any liquid freezes is called as freezing point. Is called as freezing point or solidification point. Okay, solidification or freezing. Okay, so see here, for example, we have water. Here first we have discussed melting. Ice melts to water at 0 degrees Celsius. So what is the melting point? 0 degrees Celsius. And on cooling, water converts to ice at 0 degrees Celsius. This is freezing point. You can see melting point and freezing point, they are same. They are same. Melting point and freezing point, they are same. Okay. This is clear. And latent heat for melting, latent heat for freezing, they are as well same. For water, it is how much? 80 calorie per gram. If water releases this much amount of energy per gram, it will convert into ice at 0 degrees Celsius. Okay. If ice, we provide this much amount of heat per gram, 80 calorie per gram we provide at 0 degrees Celsius, the ice will convert into water. Okay. This is latent heat. Okay. Now we discuss page number 14, something more. On page number 14, something more. These experiments we already done, activity 5 and 6 last time. Okay. So you can see for pure solid, melting point has constant value, it does not change. At standard pressure, it does not change. Okay. For no two pure solids, they have the same melting point. Okay. So any substance you take, if they are pure, they won't have same melting point or freezing point. Okay. Next is melting point of solid changes with change in atmospheric pressure. As the atmospheric pressure changes, melting point of a substance changes or freezing point of a substance changes. Okay, this you have seen in pressure cooker. In pressure cooker, what happens? Melting this one point. Okay, boiling point we'll discuss in pressure cooker. Okay, so as atmospheric pressure changes, melting point or freezing point changes. Okay, so atmospheric pressure, because of atmospheric pressure, melting point, freezing point changes. Boiling point as well changes. That we'll discuss. Okay, melting point. If we are adding some impurities to any substance, if you are adding some impurities to any substance, melting point and freezing point changes. For example, water. We are adding salt. If we are adding salt, its melting point will change, its freezing point will change. Water, its freezing point will change. For example, pure water, it freezes at 0 degrees Celsius. Pure water freezes at 0 degrees Celsius, but we are adding salt. So depending on the how much salt we have added to the water, its freezing point will change. That is, it may become -5 degrees Celsius, it may become -18 degrees Celsius, depending on how much impurities we have added and which impurity we have added. Okay, this property is being used by ice makers. Okay, salt is being added. Okay, we'll discuss it after completion of the chapter. Okay, so melting point, that is fusion, we have discussed. Solidification, freezing, we have discussed. So temperature at which melting take place, that is called as melting point for particular substance at a standard temperature. Solidification or freezing, the temperature at which solidification or freezing take place at standard pressure, that is called as freezing point. Understood? Any doubt you have? If you have doubt, you can ask immediately. Any doubt in melting or?
No, sir.
Okay.
No, sir.
Okay, so we can move further. Okay. So now we discuss vaporization or boiling. Okay. So till now we have discussed solid to liquid, that is melting. Liquid to solid, that is freezing. Okay. Melting or fusion, we have discussed. Here, freezing or solidification, we have discussed. Now, liquid to gas. So first we are discussing vaporization or boiling, that is formation of vapors. That is from liquid to gas, that is vaporization or boiling. Okay, or boiling. So the phase change taking place from liquid to gaseous state. Okay, at standard pressure, that is called as vaporization or boiling. That process is called as vaporization or boiling. Okay, so we are discussing vaporization or boiling. Okay, and the temperature at which vaporization and boiling take place at standard atmospheric pressure, that is called as boiling point. Boiling point or vaporization point. That is called as boiling or vaporization point. Okay. For example, we take again example of water and ice. Okay, not ice, water and steam. Okay. So we are having water, and now we are boiling it. That is, we are providing heat to the water. We are providing heat to the water. For example, initially water is at 35 degrees Celsius. Okay, we are boiling. So you can see the temperature in the thermometer will be increasing, continuously increasing. Okay, 98 degrees Celsius, then 100 degrees Celsius. This is a standard pressure. Now at 100 degrees Celsius, our temperature will be stuck. We'll be seeing 100 temperature in thermometer only for the time. Okay, for what time? Till all water does not convert into steam. So see at 100 degrees Celsius, what will happen? You will see that steam starts to form. Okay, steam is released. That is, vapor starts to get released from the water. But temperature remains at 100 degrees Celsius. There is no change in temperature. So, but we are continuously providing the heat. So where this heat is going? This heat is transferring as latent heat. That is hidden heat. That is latent heat. It is hidden heat. This heat won't increase the kinetic energy, but what it will do? It will break the bonds. It will break the bonds and the molecules will escape. That is, steam will be formed. Understood now? So at 100 degrees Celsius, till whole water is not converted, temperature remains at 100 degrees Celsius. That is, whole amount of energy will at 100 degrees Celsius will be used in breaking the bonds, not increasing the kinetic energy. If your kinetic energy not increased, no change in temperature. So it will be getting converted into water. And how much is this energy? 540 calorie per gram. It means 1 gram of water we have to supply 540 calorie at 100 degrees Celsius. If water is at 100 degrees Celsius, we have to supply 540 calorie per gram of water to convert that 1 gram of water into steam, 1 gram of water into vapor. Understood this one? This is latent heat of vaporization or latent heat of boiling. Okay, and the temperature at which boiling or vaporization take place at standard pressure, that is called as boiling point. This is clear? Okay, now I tell you one thing. See here, for example, your hand. You pour water at 100 degrees Celsius on your hand. A blister will be formed. Don't try at home. I'm just telling. The water spills over your hand. Okay, a blister will be formed. Okay, now if the same amount of, if steam touches your water, the steam is blown over your on hand, more severe the blister will be. Why? Because steam is containing this much of energy extra. This much of energy steam is containing extra as compared to hot water. So if we have water at 100 degrees Celsius and steam at 100 degrees Celsius, which will have more severe damage to our skin. Steam will have more severe damage, and the reason for that is steam is containing extra energy. Per gram, it is containing 540 calorie of heat. This amount of extra heat. So this heat will be transferred to our hand and it will burn more severely. Understood this one?
Sir,
Okay. Yes.
sir, only ice contains 0 degrees Celsius, not water and steam.
0 degrees Celsius. No, see here. Ice is at 0 degrees Celsius. Water can also adjust at 0 degrees Celsius. Okay. Ice and water, they can adjust at 0 degrees Celsius. So if you are having ice at 0 degrees Celsius, if we supply 80 calorie of energy per gram, if we are supplying 80 calorie of energy per gram, then that 1 gram will be converted into water. Water adjusts at 0 degrees Celsius, ice as well adjusts at 0 degrees Celsius. So at 0 degrees Celsius, conversion is taking place. That is, ice is converted into water at 0 degrees Celsius if we are supplying latent heat. That is 80 calorie per gram is supplied to the ice. It converts into water at 0 degrees Celsius. So at 0 degrees Celsius, water adjusts as well as ice. Similarly, at 100 degrees Celsius, water adjusts and vapor adjusts. Both adjust. At 100 degrees Celsius, water adjusts, vapor as well adjusts. So at 100 degrees Celsius, what will happen? If we supply 540 calorie per gram to water, it will convert into steam. It will convert into steam at 100 degrees Celsius. So both phase adjust at 100 degrees Celsius. That is liquid as well as vapor. Understood this one?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So only the difference
Yes,
is
sir.
of latent heat. Only the difference at boiling point or melting point, only the difference is of latent heat. Okay. So we have discussed vaporization and boiling. Now we discuss liquefaction or condensation, it is called. We are condensing now. That is, vapor condenses to liquid. Okay, this time cooling. If we are cooling the gas into liquid, it is called as condensation or liquefaction. It is called as condensation or liquefaction. Okay, if we are condensing. Now see here, for example, we have steam at 110 degrees Celsius or 150, you can take any temperature. Now, if we are cooling this steam, so heat will be released from steam, so temperature will be decreasing. Temperature goes on decreasing, and now it becomes, for example, 100 degrees Celsius. We have steam at 100 degrees Celsius. Okay. Now you will see there is no further change in temperature. It is cooling down, it is releasing heat continuously, but there is no change in temperature. Okay. So what will happen at this time? Whatever heat the steam is releasing, that is latent heat. Whatever heat, difference in water and steam is of latent heat only. So at 100 degrees Celsius, the steam will be releasing 540 calorie per gram of energy. Per gram of energy. 540 calorie per gram of energy it will be releasing. So as it is releasing this energy, the steam will convert into water. The steam is getting converted into water at 100 degrees Celsius. So at 100 degrees Celsius, what is happening? Steam is getting converted into water by releasing of latent heat. There is no temperature change at 100 degrees Celsius, only the change of energy. That is, steam is releasing energy 540 calorie per gram, and it is getting converted into water at 100 degrees Celsius. Therefore, we won't see any change in temperature in thermometer. So till whole steam is not converted into water, there is no change in temperature. Understood? So the temperature at which vapor condenses into liquid state or gaseous state changes to liquid state at standard pressure, that temperature is called as vaporization point or condensation point. Condensation point or liquefaction point. Okay, this is clear. Anyone have doubt?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay,
No, sir.
so I give you 2 or 3 minutes. Go through them once. Okay, just go through them once. Start from melting and fusion. Everyone go through them. Go through them for 2 or 3 minutes. If you face any difficulty, any word you haven't understood, tell me. Okay. So you have 3 to 4 minutes. Read them, go through them. If you have any doubt, you can ask. Just go through them. We'll stop there and we will discuss the question answers, some question answers. Okay. Read them. After 2 or 3 minutes, we'll discuss question answers. Okay. Yes, latent heat.
I not understand latent heat.
Okay. So see a latent heat, what is it is? Okay. So we are taking one example. Again, ice we have taken, for example. Okay. For example, its temperature is at 5 degrees Celsius. Okay. And we are supplying heat to it. Okay. We are supplying heat to it. So it will be absorbing heat. As it is absorbing heat, its temperature will increase So from 5 degrees Celsius to become 4 degrees Celsius. We have attached one thermometer. Okay. Then 3 degrees Celsius. Then 2 degrees Celsius. We are seeing increase in temperature to 1.8, 1.7 like this, 1 degree Celsius. Then 0 degrees Celsius. But see here at 0 degrees Celsius, what happens? The temperature is stuck. That is, thermometer is showing 0 degrees Celsius only. Okay. But we are supplying heat to it continuously. So where that heat is going in? Okay, where that heat is going in? Okay, now see here again, as we are providing heat, the ice has molecules. It is solid. It has molecules. They are vibrating. As it's supplied, this vibrates more. As it is supplying, they vibrate more. Temperature is increasing. They vibrate more and more and more. So more they vibrate, more the kinetic energy, more the increase in temperature. Now at 0 degrees Celsius, what happens? The vibrations have reached the limit. Okay. At 0 degrees Celsius, what will happen? Energy is supplied. Now this energy will not increase the kinetic energy. That is, the vibrations, it won't make more vibration. What it will do? It will break the bonds between the bonds. It will break the bonds between the molecules. The amount of heat now we are supplying, it is breaking the bonds. That is, making these molecules free. Making these molecules free. It means making free means it is converting into liquid. It is converting into liquid. Initially, they were vibrating at their position. It was solid. But now, whatever energy we are supplying, that is breaking the bonds, making them mobile. Okay. Now, these molecules can move. It means water, ice has converted into water. Solid has converted into liquid. It starts to convert. Some liquid it get converted. Then after some time, more liquid. Then after some time, more liquid. It means ice is melting. Ice is melting. Ice is melting. Some ice melts, some more ice melts, some more ice melts. But temperature remains at 0 degrees Celsius. So whatever heat we are supplying, the ice is melting, temperature remains same. So whatever heat we are supplied, that heat we call as hidden heat. Because we cannot measure this heat with thermometer, we are not able to measure. We are not able to measure that heat with thermometer. So we call it as hidden heat. We do not know about that. It is hidden within the substance. It is called as hidden heat. So whatever amount of heat we are supplying at 0 degrees Celsius and ice is is melting. Ice is melting. It is continuously melting. So at 0 degrees Celsius, ice at this state. Now, whatever heat we are supplied, that is not increasing the kinetic energy, but breaking the bonds. That is melting the ice. The ice is melting and melting, melting and continuously melting. So whatever heat we are supplied, that is called as hidden heat. And it is 80 calorie per gram. That means to 1 gram of ice, we have to supply how much heat? 80 calorie to convert that ice into water. So we have to supply 80 calorie to 1 gram of ice to convert that ice into water. Okay, and this is called as hidden heat since we cannot measure it with thermometer. Okay, so at 0 degrees Celsius, ice is converting into water. Water as well as this at 0 degrees Celsius. So till when the whole ice does not convert into water, whatever heat we are supplying, that is going as hidden heat. That is not going to change the temperature, but breaking the bonds. Understood now? Latent heat?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And
Yes.
from
Sir.
water to ice, heat will be released at the same temperature, 0 degrees Celsius. And that released heat will be latent heat. Okay. Any more doubts?
Sir,
Yes.
sir, can you tell me about vaporization point?
Vaporization point. Okay. So vaporization point means here, water boils at what temperature?
100 degrees.
100 degrees Celsius. So
Sir,
that is
100
the
degrees Celsius.
That is the vaporization point at standard pressure. So any substance, any liquid that converts into its vapor state, the temperature at which liquid converts into its vapor state, converts it into gaseous state at standard pressure, that temperature is called as vaporization point. Okay, that
Okay,
temperature
sir.
is called as vaporization point. Okay, so we can discuss some of the question answers now. Okay, so exercise page number 23. On page number 23, first we have discussed 3 main points of kinetic theory of matter. You can do that in notebook. Second, third, fourth, page number 23. First 4 questions we have discussed. First 4 questions we have discussed already. So you can do these 4 questions in your notebook. Okay. Now fifth we will be doing. What do you mean by change of state? What do you mean by change of state? See here. Its answer is given on page number 22. Wrapping it up. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth point. So what is change of state? The change of substance from one physical state to the another physical state.
Sir,
So 8th point is given the change of substance. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth. 8th point. Change of substance from one physical state to another physical state by changing its temperature. Okay. As well, answer is given on page number 12. On page number 12 as well it is given. See the last paragraph. Change of state is the process of change of substance from one physical state to the another physical state by changing its temperature. So any answer you can write. Okay. And second part, draw a schematic diagram showing complete cycle of a change of state of a substance. Okay, that is given on page number 12. Okay, that is with water it is given. Okay, see here.
which diagram we have to draw?
Okay, see here, schematic diagram showing the state of substance. Okay, here, see here. Okay, it's fine. We draw the ice one, it will be easy. Okay, page number 12, figure 1.5. Okay, figure 1.5, that is fine. To show the change of state of in water we can show. Okay,
The full diagram we have to draw.
yes, full diagram you can draw. Okay, now next one, explain any 3 characteristic properties of a solid on the basis of molecular model of atom. Molecular model of atom, it is given on page number 9. Molecular arrangement in matter we have discussed. So solid, any 3 points you have to write. Explain any 3 characteristic properties of solid on the basis of molecular model. That is how the molecules are arranged. What are the properties of these molecules? Okay. So page number 9 you can write from there. Page number 9. Molecular arrangement in matter in solids. Any 3 you can write. Any 3 you can write. Okay, 9th question, 6th question clear. 7th one, describe an activity to show that liquids have intermolecular space. Liquids have intermolecular space. So we have done this experiment, an activity in which we used water and sugar. It is given on page number 10. Activity 3, to show that liquids have intermolecular spaces. On page number 10 it is given. Glass we took, then filled it up to the brim, adding sugar we know, and water haven't spilled. Okay. Question number 7
Sir?
clear? Yes.
So molecular arrangement of solid is equal to characteristics of solid.
Yes, that is the characteristics properties of solid, how the molecules are arranged. whether very closely packed or not. Those are the characteristics, that is properties of the solid. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay. Seventh one is clear. Seventh question is clear. Eighth question. Explain the terms melting and melting point that we have discussed today. Melting and melting point. It is given in wrapping it up as well. From the wrapping it up as well, you can write. Or we have discussed it on page number 13. So we have to first define melting, then melting point. It is given on page number 13. You can write from there. The process in which substance changes from solid state to liquid on heating at a fixed temperature.
Can you say again?
See here, question number 8. It's given on page number 13. Melting and fusion. The process in which a substance in solid state on heating changes into liquid state at a fixed temperature. It's called melting or fusion. Okay. You can write in your own words as well. Answers you can write in your own words as well. Okay. And the temperature, the fixed temperature at which a solid melts into liquid at standard atmospheric pressure is called as melting point or fusion point. Okay.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, can you again tell answer number 7?
Seventh answer, see here. Seventh answer, page number 10. Seventh answer, page number 10. Activity 3. Activity 3. Okay, to show liquids have intermolecular space. So 7th and 8th are clear?
Yes.
Okay, 9th one we'll do afterwards. Okay, 9th, 10th we'll do afterwards.
Can we leave the class?
Yes, you can leave the class. We'll discuss rest afterwards. So up to 8th question you can do in your notebook. Up to 8th question you can do it in your notebook. Okay. Okay, you can leave the class. Thank you all.